Signify.
Back to the impurities.
Yeah, I think that's a fair move. Again, Castaway does leave the mid lane for that, and he hasn't had the best time against the Ember. Now that they're both level 6, level 7, it's going to be much easier for Swifty to sustain the lane, and it's not going to be easy for the Lesh to trade, so he is trying to find those side lane kills to get something going for himself.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's really what they need to get done as well. Like when you have the support of the Shadow Shaman and the Earthshaker, these guys need a fast 6. The Shaker and the Shadow Shaman also need some gold. You want the Blinks up, you want the Ags up, you want maybe an Atrial and some Shadow Shaman and all these kinds of items coming out, which is fairly hard for support to get. So splitting up the gold like this, finding this early pressure in the laning phase does help that out, and if you can get decent timing in that, your push in teamfight is just gonna go up massively.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Returns from whence it came.
Yeah, they do get a little bit of control there. You don't lose out on your Moors as well, so he can go dip in that jungle and find some farm for himself. Not the worst trade, still not a great sign. I mean, Entity is currently 0-5. They found every single kill on the map so far, haven't been punished for all these movements, and they still are finding the lane farm in these cores, so it's a very good start for Entity. And again, with the cores you have in Signify, particularly the Slark, if he doesn't get a decent enough start in the next few minutes, it's going to be hard for him to play the farm game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A tithe to the impurities.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Join the great call.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has been denied.
They do waste a lot of time for that. Like, Castaway's going to take this mid lane without much of a contest coming from Swifty. Deny doesn't come out as well, and Swifty is cocking a lot of damage. Oh god. Oh, what?
Nature's foulest cloister. I return. My sorcery is unstoppable.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That was a really impressive play coming out from Signify. Pretty tight way of playing that Ember, but I guess to really maximize this here, you gotta play a bit in the edge. So nice little kill for Swifty. Good rotation coming out from Crowley, and this guy has done a lot of work in the Rubik throughout the Premiership so far. He's just been setting up for Signify every single time he has this hero.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Be ensnared in fire. I hear the dead ones calling. Your best effort.
Yeah, and all these fights that they have been forcing out with 3 or 4 heroes does buy space for Blizzard to farm up. He does have the Midas up. It is going to be flying out in the next courier usage, which is... It's not the worst item in the Slark. You do see Slarks pick this up on occasion, especially with a bad start, as again, they don't really have a way of farming fast and getting that EXP fast in lane. So it's kind of sensible. You want that EXP on the Slark. You want a couple of mid-game items coming out as well, and that is necessary for you to get a little bit of momentum into the mid-game.
Mercy stays my hand. Slap! You dare strike upon you! Now you dwell in the deep dark.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, it's going to be a
are
straightforward
fortified.
push, despite not having wards up from the Shaman. Of course, you do have that Leshrac on your side, so the Edict will just melt the towers, and that's really one of the pluses of that hero. Even if you have the Shaman, you're not going to be relying on that Mass Serpent wards for the push. You can just kind of rely on Castaway to get the job done, although they do pull back, worry for a rotation coming out, it seems.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Powerful enemy.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Use a herald of your depth.
It feels like a 4P1 strat coming out right now for Signify, except the one here you're protecting is a Slark. You don't usually see that strategy played out with a hero like Slark. Slark tends to join these early fights. He tends to go for an early fighting item, Shadow Blade or Echo Saber for the most part. And again, with that Midas, that does slow that timing out, but the aggression is still there from him.
covered in the flame.
Regeneration.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you keep your Ember is great, but you also lost Blizzard there. And yeah, I guess when you find that Sven and you get a couple more pivotal kills, it does work out in the end. It is still not the most promising sign for Signify, though. Like, this is definitely one of their rougher starts that we have seen from them.
Dire's bottom tower.
We really just kind of pulled out and hoped that you're gonna get Farm and Blizzard soon enough. He does have a Shadow Blade up, but at this point, Entity hasn't been splintering off. And Slark really shines when you can find the support pushing out the side lane, but at this point, Entity is really not giving them that opportunity so far.
I sound the depths.
Radiant are scanning.
My house.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
To the other side. Come back.
And that's really the game plan for Signify, trying to find those openings, trying to punish Entity for overextending into their, into the side of the map that Signify still has some control over. It's not been a total wash in terms of map control yet. You do still have the tier 2s up. For Signify, they have a tier 1 up top, so they still have areas in the map that they can easily port into. And you still have to kind of respect the potential coming out from Signify's heroes. If you do get caught out, it's not too hard to burst you.
You caught your lip.
That's the one thing with the Slark. The one weakness they have with this draft right now is that even if that Slark goes into the Shadow Dance, the Leshrac doesn't care for that. He just keeps his ultimate on, he has the Diabolic Edict running. You're still gonna get hit from that AoE spell. And as the Slark, that just mitigates all the regen you have, so it's going really bad for Signify. If they have to hit that backline, they definitely can't afford an even fight. It has to be a single pickoff.
Under attack.
Haste.
Don't kill the messenger.
You should have hit.
really was probably the best echo you could hope for as the Earthshaker in that case. Nice tight spot. Heroes all pretty low. You just jump in, you burst that Slark out. And I'm surprised Swifty was nowhere there in that fight. He was nowhere near. He was just pushing out that mid-wave again.
Be ensnared in fire.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and again, that's just down to the game plan that Entity did want to execute. They managed to make this greedy draft work out, and Signify hasn't been able to punish. You have a Slark who can really punish that kind of strat, but Blizzard had such a rough time in lane that even until now, it kind of feels like he's not having as much impact as you'd want the Slark to have.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, I think it's down to the fact that we're still 24 minutes in. It's not a massive lead that it does wash out. It's still a pretty significant lead.
That should help.
Spawned yet.
You're no great shakes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, and again, this Slark pick is... Look, there's a reason why this hero doesn't pop out too often in the meta, and this certainly isn't a shining example of the hero.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Schooled you good.
Radiant's top tower.
They're gonna have to buy back to hold on to these racks. Even then, it doesn't feel like they're gonna have enough. The God Strength is back up on Moon, but looks like that is enough to force them back. I really feel like Entity might have been able to take something though. Like, again, the God Strength was back up on Moon. Sure, you don't have the Echo Slam up on that Shaker, but you have every single tool else available to go ahead, save for the wards, but it still felt like they could have gotten a bit more. Nonetheless, they pull back, they take these shrines. Much safer play, and at this point, 13-30 at 27 minutes in, Entity's not really pressured to end this game. Like, they've got everything they want, they have all the items they need. it's their game to take slow, really. And like, I don't see Signify naturally just farming up to the point where they'll be even. They need to find opportunities to pick off Entity, which again just hasn't happened. These guys have for the most part stuck together. Occasionally you'd see Visory get taken out, maybe the Shadow Shaman taken out as well, but overall in this game they have been playing very strongly as 5.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh god.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Again, it's just that you don't have anything on Blizzard. He can't stop this damage. He's trying to build towards that BKB. It almost feels like it's going to be too late. That tier 3 down mid, it's going to fall. You can't stop this push coming out from Castaway and Divine. They just melt these towers way too fast.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Yeah, and again, that's just going to be a quick objective take if they opt to. At the very least, they know it's up. And again, there's nothing spotting out any sort of movement into that pit from Signify. So even if they do go, they're not going to be aware unless they expend a scan.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, it's really been a good run for that Ridgeshaker, and again, it's that farm distribution that came out earlier that allowed them to really scale into this mid-game quite well. If you saw any of these heroes, you know, fall behind at some point, none of them can really flash farm too fast. So again, they spread out farm earlier on to get their initiation tools, their first big item up and going, and after that, just really easy to keep that pace up. I do want to point out as well, Moon already has that Daedalus, so he's already hitting like a madman. It's going to be much more painful now with that Daedalus, and you're going to have a hard time living through it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and again, they have every single tool available on their side. They have the slam up, they have the wards up. They really have everything. God's turned up as well. There is no real reason to pull back at this point, especially with them being so far ahead.
All in service to imbalance.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. has fallen.